18 months in over 100 countries around the world, and it has worked absolutely amazingly. Now, all of our early indications are that LottoSpring 2.0 is going to be much bigger, much better than before, and I don't doubt it, because it literally can cause an inbound tidal wave of customers and affiliates if we apply ourselves, work smart, and work together. That's what today is all about, guys. And right now, believe it or not, we are at the forefront of that wave. Us, everyone that's on this webinar. Do you realize that we're the only people on the planet who are going to get to find out about this stuff today from the horse's mouth? Nobody else is going to have this information, right? So right now, we're at the forefront of that huge wave. And so, what we're going to do today is to go over the new LottoSpring 2.0 opportunity presentation from the bottom up. And it's going to happen from absolute bedrock. So we're gonna arm up with all the details so that we can take maximum advantage of our preferential timing, guys. In LottoSpring, we have a preferential timing. Hopefully, we'll even go out and slay the competition at the same time, right? Which is definitely one of my goals. And there's no better person that I can think of to prepare us for that than the man behind the cause, Jamie Mather. And for those of you who don't know him, he's the guy who dreamt up LottoSpring. He's the founder, the CEO, and the driving force behind all of the innovation. Now, I've been around the business opportunity scene for 30 plus years. And let me tell you, these types of guys are far and few between. Not only does Jamie have a very sharp business brain, he's built multi-million-dollar businesses in technology, in MLM, in online lotto, over the past 2 decades across 5 continents. These types of people don't come along often. And when they do come along and they have innovation skills as well, that's super rare. And that's what we have here in Jamie. And what he's done is he's combined all of his experiences and all of his past successes and bunged them into LottoSpring. He's culminated his life's experiences, life successes into this opportunity. It is the future of Lotto. Just like Uber is the future of taxis, and Airbnb, for example, is the future of affordable accommodation across the planet. Now, these guys have built multi-billion-dollar organizations in the shortest possible time frame, and they've done it by successfully using technology to make people's lives better. And that's exactly what LottoSpring does. It makes lotto players' lives better, more fun, more rewarding. The lotto industry was broken. It barely gave anybody any winnings, and it cost you money week in and week out to continue to play. And what Jamie has done is fix that with technology, with innovation, and using the current environment of social sharing. So it gives me the greatest of pleasure to welcome to the mic our founder and our CEO and my mate, Mr. Jamie Mather. So Jamie, over to you. Take it away, mate.
Hi, Prash. Thank you very much. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, not too loud, I hope. Yeah, thank you for that introduction, as always, Prash. Yeah, I always feel very humbled when you give me that drum roll. So great. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I know there's being such an international business, it's very hard to pick a time that everybody can be there together. I'm currently in southern Malaysia at my place there, and for me it's 2:15 a.m. so it's not the best time for me either. But yes, this webinar is definitely sponsored by Nespresso capsules and Red Bull, so I'm going to try and get through it as energetically as possible. As Prash said, we have definitely everybody here has already entered into a prize. So we've got Blitz points, free giveaway stuff. I'll go through the list at the end. But just by attending this webinar end to end, when we take the database after the webinar's finished, we can then pull names out of a draw. Historically, we've tried to do live draws, but we always find that some people's names we that get picked out of the hat on the live webinar, and we have lots of complications. So we decided we would just take the database of who has showed up and use that. So LottoSpring 2.0, the future of Lotto. We are, to say the least, pretty excited about this stuff. We've been working on this for a year and a half, 2 years pretty much. So a lot of the things that we put in here are things we would have liked to start off with, but with everything, sometimes you have to kind of start small and work your way up as you learn things, as technology becomes available, as finance becomes available. And we've taken the original concept we had and we've really sort of taken that into orbit. What we have here is so much bigger, so much better than what we did a year and a half ago. And even though I'm going to repeat a lot of things for people, because there's a whole groups of people here that have maybe never seen end-to-end how the system works. Some people know how some of it works. Some people don't know how any of it works. So the only thing I can really do at this stage is to go through the whole thing piece by piece and make sure everybody's on the same page. Because when we go into launch and we start heavily promoting and we start driving traffic and we start bringing things and we start launching lots of new things, it's very, very important that we all have the very same and clear understanding of how everything works. So this is not really an opportunity presentation as such, but a bit more of a training, because it's a lot more in-depth than an opportunity presentation would normally be. But I think it's for the best at this stage. Although we have opportunity presentations planned literally within the next 2 weeks. So, okay, so let's get started. We've created a system, and just in this presentation alone, we've come up with 13 pretty amazing reasons why people would want to be part of LottoSpring. So firstly, we have an international opportunity. As most of you know, because we're a gaming operation, there's certain countries we can't operate in, such as North America is pretty much excluded for most of the gaming industry. But most other places, we are really great to go. And some places that we haven't, we appear to have got people sign up in every conceivable country you could think of, even ones I didn't even know where they were on a map. I had to look them up. So we've created an international opportunity that we can share with each other socially on the internet, using social media, using word of mouth. And that's really something that's going to give everybody, a chance, that they're not stuck in a particular territory. It's not like a physical product where we have to have a distribution or, I used to have a multi-level sales business in Russia. And that was the biggest thing for us, was the logistics of having products in warehouses and shipping them between there and Kazakhstan and Mongolia. And it was an absolute nightmare, and it very much restricted the growth of our business. And so it's so great to have an exciting opportunity that literally people can trade across the internet as if they were next door. So for me, this is a very, very big plus point, that you can contact, your cousin in Germany or whatever, and just get on with it. So the new version of LottoSpring, originally we had LottoSpring and ProSpring, and we had those as different because LottoSpring was really our brand more for customers, and our ProSpring was more of our brand for people who wanted to make a lot more serious money and have more of an opportunity to build a big team. But it was a little confusing, those two brands. So what we did is we've split those into 3 distinctive areas: LottoSpring, which is very much our player game, and ProSpring and ProSpring VIP. The VIP is just really upping the stakes, upping the number of games and making things better. I'm going to go into detail about what each benefit of those are a little bit later, and explain. And as the presentation unrolls, you'll actually see why would you go for ProSpring? Why would you go for VIP? And in some cases, why would you go for LottoSpring? Yep, so. Okay, so as you can see, LottoSpring, ProSpring, VIP. And I'll go through the different main reasons. LottoSpring is our syndicate system at €33, and it entitles you to be entered into the Euro Millions and Euro Jackpot games, with 177 lines per week in your team, 708 lines per month. And you can earn points and free tickets based on direct referrals only. So that's very much marketed as a referral-based fun way of playing the lotto in a syndicate and winning all the time while getting loads of benefits for sharing. Very much like Uber or Airbnb. They have simplistic buttons on their site or their app where you can share a free ride in Uber with someone and then get a direct bonus. But there is no way of building a big team. Saying that doesn't stop anyone signing up as LottoSpring and inviting 100, 200, 300 people to join their team and getting those direct benefits. ProSpring is the next level up, which is in 3 different games: Euro Millions, Euro Jackpot, Mega Millions, and is considerably more lines and allows you access to the multi-level system down to 6 levels, and earn a considerable amount of blitz points. But where the real juice in the deal is the ProSpring VIP, which is €99 a month. It gets you into all 4 games. That's 1,036 lines per month, and blitz points option to 8 to 9 levels, and the top possibility in our ranking system. So it's really whichever is suitable for you. You know, if you want to just sort of come in, hey, this sounds really good fun, I'll come in, I'll play this game, I'll win every week, that's fantastic. If you're really at the other end of saying, you know what, I want to be making 2, 5, 10,000 a month in prizes, like I'm taking this seriously, then you want to be at the VIP ProSpring side. Okay, so major benefit. Before we had a 50 million jackpot, and now literally we could at any given time be talking about a billion or more in jackpot prizes. Because originally last year we had our own game, which was our sort of Mega 5, Mega 10 and Mega 50, with a 50 million jackpot. But really we've upped our game in a major way. I mean, Euro Jackpot, Powerball, Mega Millions, Euro Millions, between all those things, if you're in all 4 of those games in a month, the Powerball on its own, I think, can pass $1 billion in potential jackpot. Added to, I think the Euro Millions is about 90 million right now. So it's a very, very much more upstaged game. And we're going to try and make those prizes as accessible as possible. And we're going to leverage internet power and people power to try and get as much of those jackpots into our teams and our players' pockets as possible. So what's really great about being in all those games is that we literally have 7 different games per week over 6 days. You can, if you are a VIP ProSpring Syndicate member, you will be in Euro Millions on Tuesday, Mega Millions on a Wednesday, Powerball on a Thursday, Euro Millions and Euro Jackpot on a Friday, Mega Millions on a Saturday, and Powerball again on a Sunday. Literally leaving only Monday where you're not in a game. And what isn't on here is our Blitz Points game, which is every 4th Friday, so on every 4th Friday, you will be in 3 games on that day. So we've kind of racked our brains, ideas for the future. I wonder if we can come up with a game we can do on Monday so that we can literally say that every single day you're going to get an email from us telling you some good news. But for now, we've just decided that everybody gets Monday off to spend their prizes. So 1,036 lines over 28 draws across 4-week period. So I think that's like a pretty exciting proposition and pretty amazing odds too. So I don't know how many people have looked at our new LottoSpring website. So we made that in beta test live yesterday for the final testing today. But it's a very, very pretty site. It's got a lot of new functionality. It allows people to go in and take the new Pro and VIP syndicates. It's the new lottery system shop, which I will show you later, is very much better than any previous thing. We've upgraded the back office to be a lot more sophisticated about the information, but also a lot simpler in how people use it. So there's much less confusion. And while we've launched it in our original 3 languages, which is English, German, and Russian, it looks very much from the data that we've seen that we need to be bringing Spanish online as soon as we finish the launch, then I think we're going to be adding Spanish as another language straight away. So please take a look at that. There's a few little sort of things being polished on it right now. So so don't worry too much if you see something that you think, well, is that okay? It's actually being modified right now live. So probably by tomorrow or the day after, it will be the final version that we will go live with. Okay, so the other main benefit is everybody's in our syndicate teams. And while we had fairly complex syndicates before, we went for a very, very simple model of 96 players playing in a team and winning together. It was very simple. Every single person, you're in a team with 97 people, and you're collectively playing the groups of numbers that I displayed earlier. You don't pick your own numbers. They're generated because it's impossible for everyone to pick those particular numbers the way that the tickets play out. What you will be able to do is go in your back office and see all the numbers that are being played each game. You'll be able to print those off. You'll be able to see the Euro Millions or Powerball on TV or the newspaper or on YouTube, and you'll be able to tick those numbers off and see how much your syndicate teams won. And in very simple terms, every single prize, bar the winning jackpot number, is shared equally amongst the 97 players and immediately deposited in your account. So what you'll find is that on the vast majority of occasions, there'll be the odd win. Sometimes you'll have a lot more to share out, but what you're really trying to get here is as many lines as possible to win something really big and life-changing. But the main driving force with LottoSpring, ProSpring over a normal lottery is all its shareable benefits that make it so much more than a normal syndicate. I mean, let's be realistic here, and we have taken and we think we've put together pretty much the best syndicate on the market. But where we really leverage that sort of syndicate power is by giving people so many benefits for sharing. Effectively, help us do our marketing and spread this thing like wildfire. And as a result of that, all that money that normally would have gone on marketing and bonuses and everything else and advertising is all going to basically end up in your pocket. So the main driving force of these benefits is bonus blitz tickets. So these are tickets that we give you free for helping us market the system, and you get these tickets for sharing, inviting, building a team, and these things accrue and pay you out, in many cases, so many prizes that you are literally making a living winning blitz games. There is people out there that make a living winning blitz games. So for those who don't understand how blitz works, it's very, very simple. Blitz numbers are played on the last Friday of every 4-week period. So everybody's on the same 4-week cycle and in the same syndicate teams. And on the last Friday, we will take the first 5 numbers of the Euro Millions draw on television, and they will be the blitz ticket numbers. What's amazing about blitz tickets is you can match between 0 and 5 numbers to win. But even matching 0 gives you €1 of bonus. So if you find yourself with 10, 20, 50 blitz tickets, if you are the unluckiest person in the universe, you will win 10, 20, or 50 euros. But the likelihood is that you will win a lot more, because matching 1 number gets you €3, matching 2 numbers gets you 10, matching 5 numbers gets you 50,000. So what we're really hoping is that we can get some of these 50,000 tickets prizes going, and make sure that we've got something really to sing about. But we've had many times people win 1,000, 100s, 10s, lots of scatterings of prizes. So blitz tickets numbers are generated randomly. As soon as you've accrued 300 points, our system starts to generate you a blitz ticket, and you can see them in your back office. And you can see, if you look in someone's back office, if somebody shows you that's got a reasonable sized team, you'll see that there's just rows and screens full of these numbers. You can look at those, you can print them off, you can compare them to the numbers that come out on a Friday, and you can tick them off and get pretty excited because you will be winning things. And there is no limit to the number of blitz tickets you can win. And just to be clear how the mechanics works, 300 blitz points equals 1 blitz ticket. So I'm going to show you how you get blitz points, and it's pretty easy. And you can see the potential of how many tickets you can accrue and how many prizes you're going to win on that basis. But let me take you the main thing that makes our proposition so much different. Our whole business operates on a share with 3 and play for free forever. So what it basically means is if I come in as a LottoSpring member and I share with 3 other people who will join and also play, I will be refunded my LottoSpring subscription. If I come in as a pro and I can find 3 pros, then I get my pro subscription fully refunded. If I come in as a VIP and I find 3 VIPs, I can get my VIP subscription refunded. So literally there is up to $99 per month of free games. So you can see from this table here, depending whether you come in Lotto, Pro, VIP, and invite 3 Lottos, Pros, or VIP, you can get all or some or most of your money back as a refund. Anyone out there can easily find, my personal belief, I've gone out there and talked to people, and I could find definitely 3 people in my first couple of weeks who would come in at that level. And that really gives you the sort of potential of saying, well, okay, I can get 3 or 5 or 10 people joining personally referred, and I'm never going to pay, and I'm always going to win. And that's a pretty powerful story to be able to use. You know, to go around and say, hey, I won the lottery again, and people will naturally say, you win the lottery again, how much do you spend? You go, I don't spend anything. I win the lottery every week, and I never pay. Oh, really? And that opens up the question, how's that then? And then all we have to do as a company is provide the follow-up to that question, either online or in person. So it's very much what we've created here. So you can see the power of that people can find it very, very easily to get 3 people, maintain that, and never, ever have to pay. And it's a fantastic marketing message that has served us very, very well. The syndicate system, while being very, very simplistic and sharing equally all the prizes with 97 people, that has an exclusion on the actual jackpot. And because the jackpots are so huge, 100 million, 200 million, $500 million, when those big numbers are in play, we basically, if any given syndicate was to win that particular prize, hundreds of millions, we share out the vast majority of that amongst the syndicate, and we share bonuses to the upline. So what this effectively means is we've got a 10%, 5% of that syndicate prize. How this actually translates into your odds and chances of winning is whenever you invite someone to play, unless you've invited them right after you, the chances are they're going to be in a different syndicate to you. They're going to be in a different group of 97. But what it means is that person you've brought in is going to be playing 1,000 numbers with some other people, and if any of those win a jackpot, they're going to share it with you. So every single person you bring in can be giving you 500 or 1,000 more chances of getting your hands on a jackpot. So imagine if you invited 20 people, who invited 20 people, who invited 50 people, all of them ending up in different syndicates and all of them playing 1,000 numbers, 500 to 1,000 numbers. So you can suddenly see, well, hang on, even though the odds of winning massive jackpots are very, very high, the number of entries I'm actually playing to win one of those is massive. It could be 10, 20, 30, 50,000 lines that you're playing. So it's an incredibly powerful system, especially down to that many levels. So it literally is mind-boggling. We've even looked at the idea of making a calculator which could work out how many lines were being played in your downline, unique lines, and tell you that you had that many entries being played. And actually even working out the maths for that was pretty complicated. So we've put that as an additional feature for later, but that would be really good to say, hey, you just have 12,850 chances to win the jackpot. So we think that's pretty powerful stuff. The pros and the VIPs have an ability to work up with our 6-star ranking plan, which we've made. If you were to call this a multi-level business, we've probably made the most simple and clear multi-level rank advancement plan. We didn't want to get bogged down in complex rules. We've come up with like a uni-level system to make it all fair. We really just think it's just too simple to try to do anything else. So we've come up with our 6-star rank advancement plan. LottoSpring's members aren't part of that, but Pro and VIP members are actively engaged in that. So if you're a Lotto member, the maximum number of levels that you can get points and benefits from is 1. You can't go up the star ranking plan, and you get 300 blitz points per player, and the maximum refund you can make from your subscription is 33. You skip forward to the other end of the scale, which is VIP, can get benefits down to 8 levels, can climb up to rank 6 in the star plan, and can get up to 900 blitz points per player. So if a VIP invites a VIP directly, he'll get 900 blitz points every month that person played. If that person plays for a whole year, they're going to get 900 points every single month. And the maximum refund they get is 99, effectively making their position free. So pretty simple stuff. How it works from a point system, I'll just interpret this table a little bit. The blue numbers are how many points you get for bringing in a LottoSpring player. The purple numbers are how you get for a ProSpring player, and the gold numbers are how much you get for bringing in a VIP. So pretty simple stuff. Personally bringing in if you're a 1-star and you bring in a frontline VIP, you get 900 points. On levels 2 to 6, you get 300 points. So it's a very, very simple table. The more you climb up the ranks, the more points you get on the more levels and the more depth. So very, very simplistic sort of uni-level plan where as your team naturally builds, the number of benefits and points you get from that team will grow. The number of blitz points will grow. The number of prizes you get every month are going to grow. And to climb your way up those ranks, we've made it very, very simple. Everybody starts auto-qualified as a 1-star. To get to a 2-star, you have to invite 6 1-stars personally, have 12 in your team, and have no more than 6 from one single leg. So you could have 10 legs of business, as long as there's no more than 6 of them will qualify for those 12. So you could have 100 in one leg and 10 in the other, but the 10 leg with no more than 6 would count for the qualification, although everyone counts for the points. So it's a very, very simple system. How many personal have you got? How many in your team? How many personal? How many in your team? And as that grows, the number of your depth will increase. You'll get more points, and your business will grow in a massive way. So one of the other things that we did, but we definitely have come up with a much more effective way of doing, is the free giveaway tickets. So Pro and VIP members get Euro Millions tickets to give away. These are actually real Euro Millions tickets. So you get 4 Euro Million tickets, not 4 million euro tickets, in your back office. You have a special voucher code, and you can share them with people. These people will be able to go onto the LottoSpring.com site, choose Euro Millions, pick their numbers, and play. And these are straight out tickets. Every time you use one of these, it costs us the money. We have to buy the ticket, and we will give them the prizes. Whatever they win, we give them those prizes. Where we then take over is we built a marketing system to market to those people as if they were a lead, because they already registered, they already put their name in the system, they already chose some numbers, they already saw that we had a real game, they already saw that we paid prizes. They're already sort of halfway to being interested in becoming a syndicate member. So obviously on your behalf, we will try and encourage them to become a syndicate member and join your team. And so we give you those. And we're also looking at ways that we can actually add extra giveaway tickets and extra giveaway promotions that we'll be able to use in a different way to build teams. I was speaking at an event a couple of weeks ago, and it occurred to me while I was on stage how powerful it would be for me to offer everyone a free giveaway ticket. There was sort of 2,000 people in the room, and I was just doing a training. But if I'd have turned around and said, hey, if you take this code down for the next 24 hours, you can get a free ticket and win the lottery, I would have cleared out the room, I think, in terms of, I think in the room, I would have had everybody's email address and I would have been able to market to them. So I saw how the giveaway tickets would be a very, very powerful thing to do if used correctly. We have certain rules, like you can't use them yourself. You can't use them, the same person can't use them multiple times because obviously that's not the point. But we think this, one of the problems when we were giving people the tickets to give away for our Mega 50 game is that nobody knew what our Mega 50 game was. And so they were like, well, is this real? Have these guys got the money? So now we're working with Euro Millions, Powerball, and the different brand names. It's very, very easy to say, hey, would you like a free Euro Millions ticket? Seriously, you just punch your number in, and if you win, you keep the prize. I mean, you'd be crazy not to take it, right? So, but I think probably where, even though that's not obvious and at the front, one of the things that we've definitely really upped our game on is our sharing systems and how we can use those. Some of them will be ready before LottoSpring 2.0 goes live, some of them soon after, but we really have sort of stepped up our game there because we see the key to this entire system is the ease of which people can communicate. If they can tell somebody and bring them on board very, very easily, then they're going to be able to do the same. If we can encourage that duplication, if we can make it a no-brainer, because fundamentally we believe that, hey, would you like to play the lottery every single week and win prizes and never have to pay? I mean, that's a no-brainer. But then getting over the explanation of that, we realized we had certain barriers, such as, well, I've never heard of your game and I've never heard of your company. What we've done is we've made a lot of effort to overcome that and make it, well, it's Euro Millions. Oh, okay then. So we think the sharing system and the duplication is going to be absolutely crazy on this thing. So what we've done is we've created official marketing websites. Some of them are very lotto-centric. Some of them are very business opportunity-centric. Some of them are going to be the webinar links such as this. Some of them are going to be recurring evergreen webinars. So when we do the next opportunity presentation, not a training, not detail, but opportunity, then that will be available for people to use as a link that they can share with others. Say, hey, go and check out this opportunity presentation. We've made it so that the articles on our blog can be shared with your special link. And we've got 3 landing pages that are ready for launch when we go live when we launch, but we also have others in the pipeline to go soon after. We're going to go very, very fast with this stuff. We're going to put up landing pages. We're going to see how the traffic converts. We're going to tweak them. We're going to basically make them as high converting as possible on your behalf. And just to explain to people who are a little bit confused, each page we create, we will have an address and will allow you to use your username in that address. So for instance, for those who don't already know how this works, if we give you LottoSpring.biz, you'll be able to add !ref equals Bob the Builder if that's your username, or winanincome.com Bob the Builder. So each of these pages we will supply you in the back office and on our blog, and by email we'll tell you the link you need to use in order to drive people there. After they arrive with that link, your job's done. We will take over and do absolutely everything. If it's somebody you know personally, it wouldn't harm to contact them and said, hey, did you see that site I sent you? What do you think? And all the follow-up side of it. But a lot of it, we will do the maximum we can for you. So we can all do this for social media. So when we have a blog article, you'll be able to create that and share it on social media. And if you log into the magazine, those share buttons will do that automatically. So I know a lot of time we might put something on social media and people are very reticent to share that on their own personal social media account, because really they're sharing us. They're not sharing themselves. So we're going to do a little bit of training, and we're going to automate as much as possible the ability for you to be able to share an article, but at the same time share the version which will lead the referral system, so that you can pick up those people when, if you share on your wall and somebody goes, wow, that looks really good, watches our video, then you pick up that person in your team. So we put quite a lot of effort and work into that. And marketing wise, I mean, Prash has helped out quite a lot at this point, because he's really represented everybody in the network and what they want to see. And he's been incredibly helpful in helping our team come up with automated marketing to follow up when we give away a ticket, follow up when someone plays a game, follow up when someone comes in as a lead on one of your landing pages, follow up when someone attends a webinar. I don't know if you noticed this, but we hit out emails pretty hard in the last sort of week or two for this webinar, and it was very, very successful. We followed up reminding it was starting today. We really made sure we got as many people to turn up today. And it won't end there, because the people who registered but didn't make it for whatever reason will be chasing them up after us as well. And this is what we're going to do with every lead we have. We're going to make sure that we show them the videos, we show them everything. So we're doing that for you. It's like almost just by taking a Lotto or Pro or VIP subscription, you're hiring a marketing team that's going to work day and night, along with a lot of technology that's going to work day and night to build you a massive prize-winning team. We're just building out some advanced campaigns to maximize this stuff. And we've got a new system in beta test. So just on the right hand side here is a screenshot of the system that we're using. And that actually is in beta, went into beta today. So we're not switching it live yet, but literally, if you see on the right hand side, we can set up where somebody gets an email. If they don't open an email, send them this email. If they do, then offer them this. If they don't, we build this out so that you don't need to do anything and worry about any of those things. So some of the campaigns and some of the landing pages are going to be for everyone. Some of them are going to be for ProSpring and VIP people, and there will be some VIP specific ones which are marketing the VIP system and more the business opportunity side of things. So you will have access to more things as we build them, depending on which level you come into the business. But trust me, this is even our tech guys with this stuff on the right hand side of the screen here, pretty excited about it. And I can see why, because it opens up our ability to do so many things that were restricted previously. Things that, because we just want to market you. We want to market your leads. We want to make success stories in our network. We want people to be, hey, wow, we want people to say, wow, I only joined 3 days ago and I'm already playing for free and I already won my first prizes. That's the sort of thing that's going to fuel this is these stories. Winners, success stories, and we're going to put in so much effort to make sure that happens at every level. So one of the other things that we've added, because there was a lot of confusion before, we've added a very flexible subscription system. People can choose Lotto, VIP, Pro. They can choose what level, and they can also choose what their billing cycle and subscription is. So they could turn around as they have now and say, okay, every 4 weeks, I'll pay $99. Of course, that's assuming they don't find 3 people and that gets refunded anyway. But we do give people the opportunity to even say, no, actually, I'll pay for 3 months, because, paying is a big pain in the neck, and I'd actually rather just pay for 3 months or 6 months or a year. Some people have previously contacted us and said, hey, can I just pay for 1 year, because I don't want to keep checking my balance is enough to pay, and I don't want to keep checking that there's enough on my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 1 year of money, and every time there's a refund, because I have 3 people, I just want that paying into my account so I can see my refunds grow to pay for next year rather than pay for next month. So we did actually offer that to a couple of people, but it was very heavy on administration, managing to do that for them each month and take a small payment out of a payment they'd sent us. So we didn't really want it to be that kind of messy and complicated. So we actually built in complete flexibility: 4 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Certainly, there's people that have contacted us in India who've said, sending you a payment is a big pain in the neck. We don't want to do that every 4 weeks. We're going to pay for 1 year, and then we're going to build out over that year. And at the end of that year, we will have more money by far than we ever paid in, and we won't need to pay for year 2. And so they're literally saying that I'm going to send you some money and I'm never going to pay you again, because by the time it comes to the next payment, we'll have so much in our account we don't care. So that flexibility is really great for us. Okay, so the launch deadline is the 5th of June, with the first game being on the 6th of June. Why I'm reminding everyone of this is because a lot of people have gone up sort of different routes. Some people have subscriptions from LottoSpring 1 that we've carried over. Some people have done a payment on account and chose a pack for LottoSpring 2. And some people have yet to go in and do a payment. This system operates on fixed 4-week cycles. So the good news is everybody's on the same page. Everybody's in the same games at the same time. Everyone's got the same end of month deadline. We can arrange promotions for that stuff. We can highlight that the next period ends. We can run promotions, competitions. We can do all sorts of interesting things. And it also makes things very, very simple. What it does mean, though, is if you miss that period subscription, you miss those 4 weeks of games because everyone else is left without you. So what we don't want is people trying to pay literally the final hour before the deadline of the game locks, and then finding out that they have a problem paying us, or they send us a transfer and it doesn't arrive in time. So the deadline is the 5th of June. Really important that between now and then, log into your account, choose your pack or do a pay-in, send the money, make sure it's there before the 5th of June so that when the first game on the 6th of June, you're in there with everybody and nobody's missed out. Because after that, the next period is going to be the 4th of July. So it's the last thing you want to see is everybody else, especially if you've invited 3 people and you would have got a refund of being playing for free anyway. So please, I don't want to be on the 6th of June. A lot of people emailing and getting very upset. So it's time to sort of step up and get that done. If, however, one of the things that people had is previous ProSpring subscriptions, which have already been applied, and they've already contacted us today after they realized and said, hey, hang on a minute, I think I want to upgrade a VIP, but it's sort of too late. It's not too late. Anybody who would like to upgrade who've had their ProSpring subscription already taken for the next set of games and would like to upgrade, they can contact customer service and we'll just work that out tomorrow. So we will manually upgrade you to VIP so that on the first game on the 6th of June, you will be a VIP and all the benefits, blitz points and everything will be a VIP level. In addition to that, we have pre-launch promotions that we've been running in the pre-launch. I don't know if everybody saw those emails, but on top of the normal blitz points that we were giving everybody, on top of the normal blitz points, we're actually giving additional 500, 1,000, and 1,500 blitz points. So if you join as a VIP in this period, just before when we actually go live, we will deposit 1,500 extra blitz points on top of any you're entitled to. And that also applies to the direct referrer. If you have an active referrer, he will get or she will get the 1,500 points as well. Why are we being so ridiculously crazy generous with the blitz points at this point? Is because we want the first blitz game. We want everybody to be singing from the rooftops about how amazing this game is. So you will get whatever points that you got for joining. You'll get whatever points you got for referring. In addition, you will get 500, 1,000, or 1,500 per person, and the person will get the same. So we think that's a pretty generous offer. But it doesn't end there. Because we've got some the extra prize draws at the end. But I just wanted to kind of summarize how we see this deal. We see this as a deal with global appeal, that literally people are going to play, viral growth, that we can just, certainly with the referred 3, play for free, passive payouts for people, billion jackpots. We don't think this is work. It's the opposite of work. And we're going to do everything for you. So we think this is a pretty killer knockout deal. And what we've done over the last 18 months is we've added so much, reliability, licensing. We've got added a UK gaming license. We've added payment providers with strong contracts. and we operate under very strict policies and international regulated audit procedures. We basically, which we have to in order to conform to our sort of licensing standards. So we think we've put together a really solid but viral, exciting, fun, simple. We just think it's probably, personally, this is definitely the best deal I've been involved in or been a part of or I've ever launched myself. And it's hard to count, we're supposed to be sort of battening down the hatches here and working really, really hard. But we do get on our sort of flights of fancy and get really kind of a bit excited about where this thing's going to go. And I, for one, I can't wait for the first game. I can't wait for everything to sort of kick off. Can't wait for the new landing pages. I can't wait to start putting some firepower behind this thing and really hitting out in many, many countries. So we really don't think at this point there's anything to wait for. You could go online now. If you're not already a member, you can go, you can register. If you're already a member, you can log in, you can choose your pack, you can pay, you can have yourself prepared for the first games on the 6th, and you can start referring people with your direct LottoSpring.com with your referral code. So you can already go ahead. There's absolutely nothing stopping us progressing right now and really knocking this thing out of the park, especially the fact that there's going to be stacks of extra blitz points. And nothing is going to help your marketing more than be able to turn around after the first month and somebody say, how's that lotto deal that you were in? How did that pan out? And you go, well, you know what? I won a load of prizes. I didn't pay a bean. And on top of that, I won 10,000 in blitz points, 10,000 blitz prizes. Nothing would knock your business out of orbit more than being able to look someone in the eye and say that. So we're trying our best to back you to make that happen. But for everyone who made this webinar, and because of the certain people that are really out of the time zone, and also people in different languages such as German and Russian, because we will overdub this presentation in German and Russian. So all those people are going to end up in a hat if they fully attended. So anyone who was there at the beginning of this webinar and anyone who's listening to me right now, our database is recording your viewing time, and you will be entered into a hat. We're going to be sending someone a bottle of top-notch champagne to celebrate their first win with. We're going to be giving 5 subscription refunds. So when we pick someone's name out of the hat, whatever subscription refund they currently have, we're going to refund that amount of money back into their balance. So it's up to you whether we're refunding you 33 or 99. We're giving away 10 people are getting 2,000 blitz points credited to their account. 20 people are getting 15 euros bonus credit. Now, why are we giving you 15 euros bonus credit? Is because this isn't for withdrawing, this is for playing with. On our live site, we have the ability for people to choose individual tickets of individual games. So they can literally turn around and say, you know what, I'm going to play €1 million tickets line today. And they can buy an individual Euro Millions. And what we wanted to do was give 20 people the chance to have a little fritter on a few different of the games to understand how they work and possibly win some prizes, because at the end of the day, our entire business works on telling everybody how successful our players are. So the more we can make that happen, the better. So the draw I've made take place on the 1st of June. That's just give people the time for us to translate and people in German and Russian to be able to watch this. And then we will take the names, place them out of a hat, and dish the prizes out. And we'll have a prize draw for attending article on the website, which will list all the winners, and we'll also contact those winners directly. But one of the things that we were sort of testing this for is that we want to possibly make our perpetual weekly evergreen webinars have live prizes on them. And by using this method, we can allow every week to be able to turn around to new prospects and you say, hey, why don't you go and look at this webinar? They're giving away free prizes on the webinar. And so you'll be able to say that to your prospects and they'll be able to come on there. And just by attending that webinar, they will show up in our database and be randomly drawn for a prize. So it's a really great kind of lead magnet to say, hey, you know what, there's an opportunity present webinar. It takes 15 minutes and just being there, it could net you some cash. So we're trying this out for the first time to see how effective that is, to be able to use it as an evergreen system for you, so you can market to prospects. Okay, so lastly, I'd just like to take everyone and basically say that, that it's time to make your own luck. That's my kind of motto for the last few months, is to make your own luck, because the way you can use this system, the way you use the power of the marketing, the numbers, the syndicates, everything else, just even the slightest bit of effort on your part, some excitement, you can start generating prizes. And trust me, the more luck you generate, the more luck you will have, the more people will come on board in your team, and the more this thing will actually turn out to be something you do to win massive prizes. And that's assuming that next Friday, the Friday after, whatever, you don't have a massive windfall that is completely life-changing. It's not one of your syndicate teams somewhere down there happens to hit the numbers to the next Powerball. Then this is going to change the lives of every single person inside LottoSpring. So I hope I didn't cook everyone's brain too much, and that I didn't go too deep into things. But I really wanted us to all to have a clear understanding, because now we have a clear understanding of the actual mechanics of the system. Now we can move on to doing presentations. Now we can move on to really kind of pumping people up and start generating some real results, some excitement, some prizes, and get some stories flowing. And so I just want to say that I'm so on board right now to make this the biggest thing ever. And I hope you are too. And thank you very much for hearing me. And maybe over to Prash if he has anything to say.
Wow, thank you very much, Jamie. Very, very kind of you. What a head spin that is, eh? And you know what? I've been at the center of this thing with you for months and months and months now, and I didn't know some of that stuff. So you've been holding out on me, mate. So, guys, what do you think? Let's have your comments, please. Yeah, let's give Jamie some feedback. Also, remember that your names are going to get entered into the draw if you comment. But just don't do it for that alone. Do let Jamie and his team have your thoughts. These guys have been working stupidly hard for over a year now. So a little bit of feedback from us will go a long, long way. All right. So, Jamie, unbelievable information, my friend. This really is. And I know that we talk 5 times a day, every day, but really, I hardly ever get a chance to kind of say, or at least show my appreciation for what you guys are up to there. Yeah, I know what you guys are putting yourself through. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. The team everybody was up until, I think, midnight last night, doing all kinds of weird and wonderful stuff. Everybody. I mean, the whole team in all 3-4 countries. So I know, I know that you guys are working super hard. Guys, some of you have already seen the new LottoSpring site. Yep, it's super cool. It's very professional. It's got all the new information on it. But let me tell you, the real firepower in our marketing arsenal will be in those new landing pages, that evergreen webinar system, the automated email follow-up system. That's going to be amazing. And there is an all-new, fully comprehensive ProSpring business opportunity site that's going to come along at some point in the future. Now, all of that stuff is in development, as Jamie has said, and the first batch of releases will be coming really, really soon. Some before the launch, most around and after the launch. So it's not long to go now. Now, if you're here for the very first time listening to us, and I know some of you are, then the thing to do now is to get back to the person who invited you along to this webinar and ask them for their webinar link, their website link as soon as possible. Then go to their site, register, choose your subscription level, either Lotto, Pro, or VIP, whichever one you choose, and sign up immediately, because this thing is about to blow. And if you're serious and you really want to build a lifelong, sustainable, reliable, passive income for years to come, finally, then I don't think you'll find a better opportunity than LottoSpring, because not only are we in an industry that is as old as the hills, but needs modifying, needs modernizing, using technology. That's exactly what we've done. We've taken a broken industry that is loved by billions of people today, but frustrates the heck out of everybody, and completely turned it into the consumer's friend. It is the best opportunity of its kind ever. If you want to build a large income for a long time, this is the way, this is the place to be, right? So if you're serious, then my suggestion to you would be to choose the VIP package. And, you know, with just 3 others at the same level as you, you're playing for free anyway. So it's pretty easy, right? So, you know, get your website link as soon as possible from the person who invited you and get signed up ASAP. If you're an existing member and you want to upgrade to Pro or VIP, then again, just email support and they'll help you to do that straight away. I know some of you guys have tried because the subscriptions were processed last night for people who had funds in their accounts. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Our support department is extremely helpful, and they'll make sure that they get you the upgrade that you want. And again, if you're serious and you want to take maximum advantage of the fact that you are one of the first in the world to be in this at this stage, then for sure upgrade to VIP. Again, you know, we're going to work together to get you playing for free quickly. So it's a short-term investment. And if you call €99 an investment, right? What does it cost to start a business nowadays? You know, tens of thousands. So I think we've had an amazing webinar, guys. We're just over the hour mark there. That's enough excitement for tonight, I think. We've recorded this webinar, as Jamie said, so we'll put it up for replay. Someone look out for a link that will come out to you via email. If you haven't commented yet, then please do that now. Let Jamie have your thoughts. Let's tell the team how much we appreciate what these guys have been doing and what these guys have been putting themselves through, so that, yes, they want to build a successful business, but they can't do it without us. And we can't do it without them. This is a team effort. And in a team effort, if somebody's doing a good job, you want to tell them. So, you know, I'd appreciate you guys just putting some comments in there, just letting the team know how much you appreciate what they're doing for us. I want to thank you for joining today. It's a great turnout. We've had over 200 people in here, which is brilliant news. And I want to thank Jamie once again and the team, everybody. You know, everybody in Slovakia, here in Malta, out in Malaysia, Spain, everybody. You guys know who you are, for all the hard work and dedication that you guys have put into this to bring us this unbelievable opportunity. Thank you again, Jamie. Very, very kind of you. So in closing, if you're new, join. If you're already a member, upgrade. If you're sitting on the fence, jump off it, man. In or out. There's no, you know, there's no time to waste. In or out. Get in or get out. Okay. If you're in, we're going to work together. Look out for more updates from us, guys. And I wish you the very, very best of success. Looking forward to working with each and every one of you. Jamie, thank you once again, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
Thanks, everyone.